right, I think I am live, but it's not coming up on Facebook. So let me see here if we can get that set up. All right, I am live on YouTube. So far, not on Facebook. We're gonna give it one more shot here. Okay, I think it's just coming up now. Yep, it looks good. All right, hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Tonight for Tuesday's technique, we are going to be going back in time. It's an oldie but a goodie technique. It is the spotlighting technique with dies. So tonight I'm going to show you how to spotlight a stamped image by adding a pop of color. Let's change the camera and get started. All right, it looks good. I think for some reason I'm froze on YouTube and Facebook, but I think we're gonna go with it. If you are on and it is frozen, give me a shout out and I'll see if I can work on it. But let's get started. This is the spotlighting with dies technique. Never heard of it? Great. Oh, great. I'm glad you've never heard of it. It's an old technique, but it's new again for newbies, I guess, right? So it is using a line image stamp in black and white, and then you give it the spotlight by adding that pop of color. It's just a different technique, but it's pretty. It's a way of, maybe if you have a big outline image, instead of coloring the whole thing, it's just a little something different. You only got to color different sections. That's what I like. But let's get started. I am using the Ornate Style stamp set, and this is on the retired list. So if you enjoy the technique and you decide you would like to get it, you can order on my website, www.TheStampCamp.com. That is the April host code for this month. Also under show more on the video, I have the list of supplies that I'm using tonight. So you can just click on any of those items in the list. You will also need a die set of shapes. It can be, I'm going to use circles, but you can use squares, you can do ovals, rectangles, whatever shape you want to use to do the spotlighting technique. I'm going to use the two smallest circles and scallop circle dies. Now, because this is a bigger image, I am going to bring in my Stamparatus. So let's get this in here. The piece of cardstock that I'm starting with is 3 3/4 by 5. I do have the product list on my blog. You can download and print it. It'll give you the dimensions of all the cardstock pieces as well as a supply list. So I'm going to stick that on here nice and straight, and then in this upper right hand corner I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. And I got my sentiment, I'm going to go with happy birthday on this card. I got it from the Art Gallery stamp set. There's lots of sentiments in that stamp set. So I'm going to ink this up with the black Memento. And I'm going to just stamp that up in the corner up here, like so. Then I'm going to position my, let's see, I gotta do it this way, my stamped image. By stamping first, I can place my stamped image wherever I like. I think that looks pretty good just like that. Alright, now we're going to ink up the whole image with the black Memento ink. You are a newbie stamper. Well, congrats, Debbie, for tuning in and learning a new technique. We all love new stuff. Okay, we're going to ink that, stamp it down. Another reason why I use the Stampin' Rewards, it is a big image, so if there's a particular spot that I didn't ink very well, I can just go, whoops, go right back in and add some more ink and stamp it, and I don't have to worry about over stamping or not stamping in the same spot. This is great for doing sentiments. Now you can see how vibrant it is, and if I wanted to, I could go back and do another layer. You can just keep going until you have the ink like quality that you like. So I'm going to take that off. So now I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. So let me get that a second. All right. So we need a plate on the bottom, and I got to grab another plate. And then you just need to decide where you would like to spotlight. So you can do wherever you like. I'm going to just do that, and then we'll come down here and I'll do a little bit down here, just like that. Maybe bring in some more of those, and then put my plate on. And then we're going to wheel that through. It's bumping my table a little bit. All right. I'm going to take that one out and this one out, and I'm going to move this die over kind of, let's see, where should I put that one? Let's go like that. You can just do two, you can do one. The spotlight technique is very forgiving. You can do as many different spotlights on the image that you like. Okay, so that's the end of that for now. I'm going to bring in my black mat, and I'm going to use those scallop circles now. Where's the other one? Right there. And I'm going to die cut out those scallop circles. As a newbie stamper, I highly recommend the different shapes for your dies. I love the ovals, the rectangles, the squares. I use them all the time. And then obviously you're going to want the cut and emboss machine. All right, so I have my circles. We're done with the cut and emboss. So let's bring in all my pieces again. And let's see. My thing said there's some performance issues. Hopefully we're good. All right. So now I'm just going to place these back in here. It's like a puzzle putting it back together. Okay, that goes like, nope, like that. Okay, so I'm going to color them with my pop of color here. I have Daffodil Delight. I'm going to change it up. On my sample I used Bermuda Bay, but I think I'm going to go with Highland Heather. And then we have our Flirty Flamingo and our Granny Apple Green. So I like to pop it in, that way I can tell what needs to be green, because it is kind of a detailed I'm just going to kind of lightly, because I don't want to go out of my circle. That looks like all the green in that one. And this one is not in the right spot. Let's see. I have, let me see the image again. I know that that goes like that. There we go. And so this is going to be green. And let's see, that's it with the green in that one. Here we got some green up here. Let's see, this is green. And then we got a little bit of green over here. And a little bit of green down here. And that looks like the end of the green. So I went with the light. Now I'm going to come in with the dark. And I'm just going to do these stems. Looks like I got a little bit of green over here yet. Come in with the light. I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting with the dark. And you can blend that back with the light again. And the same down here. Just kind of blend those colors together. Looks good. I think that's all the green that I have to do. We'll come in here with the daisies at the top and do, this one might be a little dry. Got another one here. There we go. And we'll do these daisies in the Daffodil Delight. And then we'll come in with the dark. Kind of give a little outline. Love the blends. The blends are so easy to work with. Where's my light? If anybody can color with blends, I say anybody can color with blends because I am not a watercolorist, but you can really get some nice color in with these blends. And then I'll come in with the dark. And let's see, do we have any more? There is just the tip right here, but probably not going to see it very well. And then I'll come in with the Flirty Flamingo. And you can see I'm a quick colorer. And we'll get these over here. I'm trying to stay within my little circle because I don't want to go outside of my circle. I see I missed a little bit of green on this right here. All right. Then I'll come in with the darker Flirty Flamingo. And we'll come over here. All right. That leaves us with the, I see a little green here I missed too. That leaves us with the Highland Heather. We'll start with the light. Make sure I'm in my circle here. Alright, and I got this little bit right there. And there's a little bit right there. I think that circle's good. And then up here. All right. When I take the circles out, we'll see where I missed. Now I'm just going to come in with a little bit of dark just to highlight. All right, that looks pretty good. I might blend that just a bit. Now, let's see. Did I miss any spots? Nope, I don't think so. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take those little circles and you're going to attach them to the scallops. Now, on my card, I used the Flirty Flamingo, but here I just wanted to save a little bit of the cardstock, so I just die cut it out of the black. That's going to be behind here. You're never going to see that I die cut those out. So let's go ahead and attach these. You will notice with the blends, they do bleed to the back side. So you're always going to want to put something behind them. So you could color on here if you had it matted on the black. So that's just something to think about when you're using the blends. I like it on the black. I think that's pretty. Okay, we're going to go ahead and attach this to the black. The black is cut 3 and 7/8 by 5 1/8. And again, you can go to my blog and click on the downloadable product list. Now I'm going to take a dimensional and pop that up. Actually, I want it to be nice and even, flush, so I'm going to pack it with dimensionals. And then we just need to puzzle that back in there. Let's see. That looks to be right, just like that. Oh, I can see now where I missed, right here. Come in with some of that Highland Heather. Just like that. I got a little bit right here. Isn't that pretty? Love that little pop of color. Okay, the same with these tinier ones. You're going to pop up with the dimensionals. I think 2 is probably going to be good with those. All right, this has, this one goes over here. And let's see, that, like that. And I gotta come in here a little bit. And the final one is going to go right like that. Perfect. Now to determine which color we want to go with for the card base. I have the Flirty Flamingo, which is very pretty, but I also have the Highland Heather. So take a little pop of purple. Kind of like that. What do you think? Flirty Flamingo or the Highland Heather? I'm going to go with the Highland Heather. I think that's gorgeous. So fold it in half. We can go ahead and stick this right to the front of our card. Just like that. Now we're going to take the pearls and we're going to take the dark Highland Heather and we're just going to color in our pearls. If you have the pastel pearls, I think those would work as well, and then you wouldn't have to color them with the blends, but it's always nice to have options. This is the dark. No, that's the light. Dark. Just keep in mind that when you color the pearls, it does rub on your tips a little bit. Now, where is my paper piercer thing here? We're just going to put these gorgeous pearls around. Isn't that pretty? Love that. It's a great way to color in those stamped images without coloring the whole thing in. Just spotlight certain areas of it with your dies. Like I said, you can use squares, circles, ovals, rectangles, whatever shapes you have on hand, but I think it looks beautiful. That is it for tonight. I hope that you learned a tip or two. I lost my Facebook people. Hold on a second. If you are new to my YouTube channel, make sure that you like, share, and click on that bell in the upper right hand corner so you get notified when I go live. If you are on my Facebook or YouTube, no, I was right the first time, Facebook page, The Stamp Camp. Everything is The Stamp Camp. If you are new, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications. If you've liked what you've seen, make sure that you share it. I appreciate that so very much. Leave me a comment, leave me some love. I love it all. And if you need any of those supplies, visit my blog, www.TheStampCamp.com. That is the hostess code for April. Thanks so much for stopping by.